Good morning, people. Welcome to another video. It's been a while since I've done like a vlog style YouTube video. Been super busy hammering out natty news stuff, which if you guys are following the channel, you guys know. I've actually rebranded the channel. Not sure if anybody noticed, but it's not my name anymore. It's under the Natty News banner because the Natty News potential to grow is a lot more than my personal social media brand for sure, which we've proven since Natty News has like far surpassed my own following in a fraction of the time. But anyways, we're still gonna kind of document our process sporadically throughout like the off season and stuff like that. But on prep, I'm definitely gonna do like the weekly vlogs and stuff like that, and I'm encouraging James and Dan to do the same because obviously our personal brands are tied to Natty News now to some extent. So yeah, that's kind of the process there. But anyways, you guys clicked on this video because you want to see a full day of eating, and that's what we're going to do. But it's not just any old full day of eating. It's a full day of eating on a mini cut. So for those that maybe don't know the difference between like a prep and a mini cut, basically mini cut is a little bit more invasive as far as like intensity and a shorter time frame. So I'm doing 8 weeks and looking to get off between like 15 and 20 pounds in that time, whereas a prep is obviously getting to those extremes of body fat for the stage, and it's a lot slower and controlled, you know, chipping away like, you know, pound and a half a week over like a 30-week period, whereas like a mini cut is, you know, a couple pounds a week, get in, get out as quickly and efficiently as possible. I gotta go let the dog in. I'll be right back. Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. Camera shy. You don't even know the camera's on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get up. You're a wiener. But anyways, why am I doing this? Well, we've got a maternity photo shoot booked in February. We want to do some cool photos, and I want to be in good shape for those photos. So I'm prior to starting this, so I'm going into week 2 now. Week 3? No, definitely only week 2. Time's a blur. But I started at about 194, 195. So that was kind of the peak end of my off season right now. And that look compared to last off season before my 2022 prep, I'm way in better shape now. If I remember to, I'll put side by side photos of like peak last off season to peak this off season. Mind you, last off season I got up to 200 for a little bit, but most of it was around like 197, 198. So this is only a couple pounds difference, but body comp is like night and day different. Last off season, I looked like I was like 215 compared to right now, and way fatter. But so super happy on that side of things. But we wanted to do a little trim up for the photo shoot, and then between that period to when I would project to start prep, kind of December, January probably. That'll be up to Cliff. I'm not going to make the call on that because depending on how I look, he'll make that decision as needed. So the mini cut's gone really well. We started hard right out of the gate, so he pulled me 1,000 calories, and that's one of the biggest perks of pushing your calories up in the off season is that you get a lot more playroom when you're dieting, and you can go, you know, extreme if you have to, and you have lots of room to pull from. And yeah, I went from like 3,300 down to like 2,200 right off the bat, and my body's responded exceedingly well. So I started, like I said, around 194, 195, which was today. Thursday was a week, so I'm a week and a half into this, and I was 189.1 this morning. So basically, in like a week and a half, I've dropped like 5 to 6 pounds. Obviously, that's expected right off the hop with just getting rid of like some fluid and that kind of stuff along with body fat. But you know, if we can maintain 1 to 2 pounds a week, we'll be easily where I'm hoping to land between like 170 and 180, like somewhere in that range. I think is probably the sweet spot. And then, like I said, after that, we'll kind of figure out plan of action. But today is just a normal day. So macros are 200 grams of carbs, 55 fat, and 245 grams of protein. Today is legs, so I'll get some footage of that, but I'm just going to kind of take you along the ride for the meals. It is nothing special except for dinner. Dinner's the only fun part, to be honest, but I know people are curious what I do during these phases, so I'm going to show you guys what's up and take you along for the ride. So I'll catch you guys in a couple minutes when I make the first meal, which is pre-workout. Okay, so here we are for meal one, and this is pre-workout. So I train fasted, well, not anymore, but I literally just have protein before my training. So for the longest time through the off season, I was training without any food in me. I would just drink a bunch of water in the morning. I had a little bit of carbs during my workout, but I didn't have anything beforehand. Once we started the mini cut, Cliff was like, yo, let's get at least some protein in you. So that's what we're doing here. So we've got just some whey protein from Limitless Pharma, which is, in my opinion, probably the best tasting protein I've ever had. The double chocolate is obviously a winner. Chocolate peanut butter cup, cookies and cream. All my clients know that this is the best. So I've got my scale out, which, Dan, if you're watching this should just tickle you nicely. But we're going to 40 grams of whey protein. See, I'm not perfect at measuring whey protein yet. Dan's probably got this figured out. I'm used to just tossing scoops in, but yeah, see, I'm not a proficient whey protein measurer. There we go. So 40 grams, about that much. So that is what I'm gonna have right now. Because it's Sunday, slept in a little bit. It's 8 o'clock. So we've got lots of time today. But usually I'm in the gym around like 6:30, but not today. We're well rested. We're fueled up from yesterday. So I didn't even mention that. I still get a refeed once a week. Not a cheat meal. It's not like crazy. It's tracked. It's measured, but it's more food. So I think we go to like 350 or 370 carb on that day. So I did that yesterday, which I usually do on Saturdays because, one, Saturdays is usually like family stuff, so it's obviously easier to balance things and have more flexibility with like dinners with family or whatever, but also more fuel for today, which is nice because today is legs, and today is usually the hardest workout of the week. Usually I'm training with some of the guys, and it's a doozy, but today I'm solo. But we'll still get after it. So I'm going to drink this, and then since we've got time today, I'm going to probably aim to start training at 9. So I'll show you what I mix up before and during, and then we'll get some gym footage because why not? Even though it's full day of eating, we still got to get some training in. So I'll catch you guys later. Okay, we're getting our pre-workout walk-in. Pre-workout in hand. So I've been trying and succeeding laying off the high stim pre-workouts because I was definitely like abusing those far too much. But I think it was more so like the ritual of having like the flavored drink before training more so than the actual like formula. Obviously the formula does its job, but I think I was enjoying more of like the fruit flavor or the blue raspberry flavor or whatever before I was training as like a habit more than anything. So today, I'm totally contradicting everything I just said. Today we've got some stim in there with some creatine, some beta alanine, and a little bit of salt. But more often than not, I do like a very low stim, more like nootropic pump formula. But since it's legs today, we got some good stuff on hand. So this walk, maybe like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then we get to training. So I'll see you guys watch it. I'll show you what I have during my workout, mix that up when we get back, and then I'll see you guys in the gym. Okay, final thing we need to do before we train, and that's mix up the during workout formula. Gatorade powder. We're going with orange today. So we're doing 20 grams mixed in here. On the dot. And then some EAAs. So I've got a couple on the go right now. This is pink lemonade. So I'm just gonna do 7 grams. So 7 grams of EAAs, 20 grams of Gatorade powder. So that's intro workout drink. Fill her up with water, and then off to training we go.
We'll take your time. I'm sitting up to the squirrel, looking for something that nice to get enough. If I get shot today, my focus stop. I'm in the night. You can sleep with the gun when you up for the stress, he ain't hear no fun. Hold on, he's shot, we didn't kill him.
Okay, workout is done. So we got legs done. I also had to do some shoulders, but I didn't record any of that because it was just 4 sets of lateral raises, 4 sets of rear delt pull downs, wrap. So it is going on 11 o'clock, so pretty much a 2-hour session. And this is my first time actually consuming food outside of like the protein powder and stuff, which, like, let's be honest, that's like food, but it's not really because it doesn't really fill you up. But if I can give you one tip on a mini cut or like any dieting phase, is if you can push your food back like later and later and later in the day. Like I've been up since 7 and now I'm just actually eating like anything substantial. So it helps because you can obviously push, you know, if you got 4 or 5 meals between, you know, 11 o'clock and 7 o'clock today versus 7 o'clock and 7 o'clock, then you're going to be able to like keep that hunger window a little bit better. You know, obviously this morning I had like the protein powder and the pre-workout and everything like that, which can help like offset those hunger signals. But if you're not training in the morning, you know, drink lots of water, even like mix BCAAs with water. That way you have like flavor, something to drink, but no calories. Caffeine obviously helps offset hunger as well. So, you know, have a coffee in the morning or whatever fancies you. But anyways, post-workout time. So post-workout for me, I split into like 2 parts. I've done this basically since I started working with Cliff. He wanted me to have like a shake after training and then an actual meal, you know, a little bit later. So I've liked that because kind of like we just talked about, I can kind of push my food back even that little bit further. So post-workout, we're going with the cookies and cream this time just to switch it up. So I've got 60 grams of the cookies and cream protein and then 150 grams of pineapple. So just some carbs and protein right after the workout. And then I'll have like a bit more substantial meal in like an hour or so. So like during the week when I work, we're good. Nice. A little bit smoother than this morning. So during the week when I work, I'll train from like 6 to 8-ish. And then I usually have like a PT client that comes to the house that I train. So that kills like 45 minutes. And then I'll have this either like after that, so like 8:45. Or when I get to work, I'll try to push it back even further. So like the whole like post-workout window, like do you need to eat right after your training? No. I think that's been pretty well debunked. But, you know, if you can get some nutrients in you within like the hour is probably best. So obviously today I'm eating this pretty much right after I finished, but during the week I might not have this till like 45 minutes to an hour after I train, which again just kind of pushes the food back even further. So that's the system I've kind of adopted. Obviously you don't have to do that, but I know that people are kind of curious of how I do things, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to have this now, and then in probably about an hour we're going to go walk the dog for like an actual big walk. So that'll kill probably like half an hour. And then by the time I like shower and stuff, that'll probably be about that hour timeline for the actual post-workout meal.
20 minutes later.
Okay, it's actually time to eat something. So you guys saw there the setup for the cream of rice, which is my post-workout meal. It's 12:30 now, so we've made it that far without a substantial meal. But I'm hungry, so it's time to eat. So we've got here 60 grams of cream of rice with 60 grams of whey, went with the double chocolate, and then 25 grams of the 70% dark chocolate. So this like super curbs my sweet tooth. Anybody that knows me knows that it's not chips, it's not like gummies, it's not anything like that. For me, my weakness is like brownies, chocolate chip cookies, like chocolate cake, like that's my jam. So this like straight up tastes like cake, you know, like it does the trick. You get the consistency just right, and it's just like top notch. So this is the post-workout meal, and the excitement dwindles with meals after this. We've got 2 meals coming up, which are just like meat and vegetables, which is how I like to structure things when it comes to dieting, because I like to do my like bigger meal, more like carb heavy meal as my last meal of the day. It makes obviously planning dinner with Carrie a lot easier. It makes just like enjoyment of the last meal of the day a lot better. And then I have those carbs for when I train in the morning, because I've backloaded them at the end of the day to then support my training in the morning. So during the day, after this meal, we like suffer a little bit, which is a joke because we choose to do this, but it's not exciting for meals after this one until dinner. So I'm gonna get this in me, and then I think we're gonna go pick up a crib, which is super exciting. Get that put together, and then I'll show you the next meals as they come, when they do. Next meal. Look at that. 5 ounces of beef and some spinach. I'm not even gonna talk about this one because it's not overly exciting. So we'll get this in and move on with our day. Okay, next meal is not a fancy one. I'm out of vegetables, so this is literally just 6 ounces of chicken breast. Normally I would have like some mixed veggies or like some green beans and stuff, but I don't have any prepared, and I don't really much feel like doing it right now. So this is the last lame meal of the day, and then dinner gets a little bit more adventurous tonight. So we're just gonna put a little, for flavor, a little no sugar ketchup. That's it. So enjoy. Here we got final meal of the day, the best one. So dinner, I usually like play around with my macros. So we have some kind of staples we do with like breakfast here. We'll do like homemade pizzas, burgers and potatoes. So I have like my staples that I've like macroed out to make sure it works. So this is the highlight of the day. So we've got in here 30 grams of protein. We've got 2 just plain slices of toast, 3 turkey bacon, and 12 tater tots with a little bit of ketchup. So that's what fits in the macros. 12, 3, 2, 30 grams of protein. I could do like egg whites or something if I wanted to like really give it a breakfast vibe, but I'm just not feeling egg whites right now. So more protein, this, and that'll close out the day. So if you guys like the full day of eating, let me know. Subscribe for future episodes. Obviously subscribe for Natty News Daily, and we'll see you guys in the next video.